students, Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to study sine law, cosine law and parallelogram method. And a parallelogram method is basically related to the engineering mechanics course, but before starting or going towards a parallelogram method, what we have to discuss about the Pythagoras theorem, sine law and cosine law. First of all, I have an example problem. So I am writing the example problem is what? For example, this is the example problem number 1. So what we have to do, if a person travels from point O to point A, that is 6 kilometer in length, then he moves vertically upward from point A to point B, that is 7 kilometer in length. So here it is asking in the question, what will be the magnitude of the resultant force. So diagram will be like this. For example, I am drawing the axis. This is x-axis, negative x. This one is the positive y and this one is the negative y. If a person is moving from point O, so point O is the origin, and he is moving from point O to point A, and that is what, 6 kilometer. And then he is moving vertically upward, so it stops at point B, and the length will be equals to 7 kilometer. So what will be the resultant force? So we have to find out Fr here. So Fr will be this. You have to find out this one. So this is the right angle triangle. So what should we have to apply here? We should apply here Pythagoras theorem. How can we apply Pythagoras theorem here? First of all, we have to take this triangle, and this one is O A B. This side is Fr, which we have to find out. OA is 6 kilometer and AB is equals to 7 kilometer. So what we have to do, we have to apply Pythagoras theorem. So Fr square is equals to OA square plus AB square. So Fr is equals to under root of 6 kilometer square. OA length is 6 kilometer and AB length is 7 kilometer. So it will be like this. So answer will be what? We have to calculate it. So 6 6 is 36 plus 7 7 is 49, and this should be in under root. So Fr comes out to be what? Fr comes out to be 9.219 kilometer. If we have right angle triangle, so what we have to use? We have to apply always Pythagoras theorem. So next, if we have another question, if we have another example problem number 2, if a person travels from origin O to point A, that is 9 kilometer, and its angle of inclination is 65, or you can take it 45 degree, then he moves from point A to B, that is 12 kilometer. Then what will be the magnitude of the resultant force? Fr. So what we have to do, first we have this diagram. For example, this is origin 0, 0. This is x-axis. This one is the negative x-axis. This one is the positive y-axis. This one is the negative y-axis. So if a person is traveling from point O to A, and the angle of inclination is 45 degree, so the situation will be like this, and then he moves upward from here, so this will be point B. So what should we have to find out? We have to find out the Fr from here. Okay, done. Now what we have to do here? So here we are enabled to apply Pythagoras theorem here, because there is no right angle triangle here. So that's why we do not allow to apply Pythagoras theorem here. So what we have to apply? We have to apply sine law or cosine law. First of all, we have to discuss over here what is sine law and cosine law. So how can we do this? So if we are going to discuss about the cosine law, so if you have a triangle like this, and there is no angle equals to 90 degree, so what we have to say, A, B and C here. So opposite side of A will be small a, opposite side of B will be small b, and opposite side of C will be small c. So if this is B, so we can say beta here. This angle should be alpha, and this angle should be gamma. So what we have to do, for example, if we are going to write the formula of cosine law is equals to a square is equals to b square plus c square minus 2bc. So cos of angle, A का opposite angle, what is the angle of opposite of A is alpha. So we have to write like this. So if we are going to find out simple A, value of A, so it should come under the root. We will apply a square root on the both sides. So it will be like this. So if we are going to find out about B, so it will be A square plus C square minus 2AC, and the angle will be according to this. So B का opposite angle, what will be the angle of opposite of B is beta. So we should write beta here. So the formula will be like this. If we are going to find out the side C, so what we have to do, A square plus B square minus 2AB. So angle will be cos of gamma. So it comes under the root. Okay, done. These are the formulas for the cosine law. Now we are going to find out what will be the formula of sine law. So if we are going to know and find out about the sine law, so the if we have this triangle, so if we have this triangle, so if this side is A, this one is B, and this one is C, so angle of A is alpha, angle of B is beta, angle of C is gamma. So the opposite side of B is a small b, opposite side of A is a small a, opposite side of C is a small c. So the sine law will be what? It will be small a upon sine alpha, because this is opposite of each other, b upon sine beta, c upon sine gamma. And we can also write like this: sine alpha upon small a and sine beta upon small b and sine gamma upon c. So now we have to solve this numerical here by using sine law and cosine law, and we cannot apply here what? We do not allow to apply Pythagoras theorem, because okay, now what we have to do, we have to apply sine law and cosine law. Now we have to take that numerical here, and I am going to take this triangle. So this will be like this. So there is no angle is equals to right angle triangle. So here is 45 degree angle is given to you, and this one is O, this one is A, this one is B, and this is FR. We have to find it out. So what is the value of OA length? Is 9 kilometer. So how much he moves from A to B is 12 kilometer. So if this is the case, so what we have to do, we have to check the angle like this. If this one is 45 degrees, so this one is also be 45 degree, and this is 90 degree. So if we add 90 degree plus 45 degree, so how much we will get it? So this is 5 and 135 degree. So the diagram will be like this. We have to find out FR. Here is 135 degree. This is O to A, that is 9 kilometer, and this one is the 12 kilometer, and this point is B. So what we have to do, by using one more thing I have to tell you here, we cannot use sine law here because we do not have this angle. Let me mark with another marker that it will show you properly. So what this is for example alpha, and this one is beta. So we don't know these two angles. So if we apply sine law, so we must know alpha or beta, not both. Just we know, we should know about one value of the alpha, or maybe we should know the value of beta, but we don't have the value of alpha and beta, so we should have to apply cosine law. So by using cosine law, so FR is equals to OA square plus AB square minus 2OA AB cos of angle 135 degree, and we should have to apply square root over here. So FR will be equals to 9 square plus 12 square minus 2, 9, 12 cos of 135 degree. So we should have to calculate the value of FR from here, and we will get the value in kilometer. So we should calculate it with a calculator. So we will get the value of FR from here. So we will get the value from the calculator. How? For example, 9 square plus 12 square minus 2 into 9 into 12 into cos of 135 degree, and then we will get the answer by taking under root of it, and the answer will be 19.43 kilometer. This will be the answer of resultant force. Now what we have to do, we have to find out the angle of alpha and the angle of beta as well. So how can we find out? By using sine law. So by using sine law, what can we have to do? Fr upon sine of 135 degree, and the opposite side will be the opposite side of alpha is 12 kilometers. So what can we write? 12 upon sine alpha. So what we have to do, we got the value of Fr is equals to 19.43. So we have to put 19.43 here. Sine 135 degree, 12 upon sine of alpha. Now what we have to do? We have to do cross multiplication. So sine alpha is equals to 12 into sine of 135 degree upon 19.43. So the value will be like this. What we have to do? 12 multiply sine of 135 degree, the calculator should be in degree, divided 19.43. So we will get the answer. Sine alpha is equals to 0.4367. So what we have to do? We have to take sine inverse of this value, because sine comes over here, so it will become sine inverse. So we should apply shift sine inverse answer, and the answer will be alpha equals to 25.89 degree. So by using sine law again, now we have to find out what? We have to find out beta. So now again you can take Fr upon sine 135 degree, and the side will for the beta is the length is 9 kilometer opposite to beta. So it's 9 kilometer divided by sine of beta. So Fr is 19.43 and sine 135 degree is equals to 9 upon sine beta. So now you have to do cross multiplication again, and you will get the value of sine beta in this way. So we will get the value of beta. So sine beta is equals to, after cross multiplication, it will be 9 into sine 135 degree upon 19.43. So sine beta is equals to, we should have to multiply it. So 9 into sine 135 degree divided by 19.43. So it will be 0.3275. So what should we have to do? We have to take inverse of this, sine inverse. So 0.3275. So therefore beta will be equals to shift sine inverse, answer will be equals to 19.11 degree. So if we have to find out the resultant angle from O, A, B and FR we got 19.43. It is in kilometers. Okay, done. OA is what we have. OA is 9 kilometer and this is 12 kilometer. So what we have to do, if we have angle 45 degree here, if it is 45 degree, and the which angle is this? This angle is alpha. So alpha comes out to be what? 25.89. Alpha is equals to 25.89 degree. So we should add alpha plus 45 degree. So we will get theta r, resultant angle with respect to x-axis. So what we have to do, we have to add 25.89 degree plus 45 degree. So it will be 25.89 plus 45. So it comes out to be 70.89 degree. So we can say that it means this is angle of FR with respect to x-axis. So if we are going to construct the direct resultant diagram, so FR is equals to, this will be your answer, and we are representing it is in graphically. It is graphically theta r is equals to 70.89 degree from x-axis. This will be the answer. Now we have to discuss parallelogram method in engineering mechanics. How do we have to solve the numericals by using parallelogram method? So what we have to do, we have to must know what is parallelogram law. First of all, you know very well about the properties of the parallelogram. For example, this one is the parallelogram, and this side is A, this one is B, this is C, and this one is D. So if this side is AB, so this side DC is parallel to AB. So can I write AB is parallel to CD or DC, whatever you want to write it down? Okay, done. If it is parallel to each other, so what happened? AB, magnitude of AB is equals to magnitude of DC. So if AD, or obviously it must be, it should be, AD is parallel to BC in parallelogram, AD is parallel to BC, so AD is equals to BC. It means the magnitude of AB is equals to DC and magnitude of AD is equals to BC. So what we have to do, we have to say, for example, I am going to say this AB length is A, small a, so this should also be A. If AD length is small b, so this should also be B. This is the first property of the parallelogram. So second one is what? For example, if we have angle A is alpha, angle A is alpha, so this angle should also be alpha. If this angle is beta, so this angle is also beta. So what does it mean by that? Opposite angles should be same. So alpha is equals to alpha means angle A is equals to angle C and beta is equals to beta, or we can say angle B is equals to angle D. So this is the first case. If we are going to draw diagonals between the A and C, so what? Now if this angle is, for example, this angle is theta, if I take it theta, so this angle, opposite angle should be theta. If this angle is phi, so this angle should also be phi. But theta is not equals to phi, but alpha is equals to theta plus phi. Keep it in mind. It is always, and same happens with this diagonal as well. For example, if this angle, I am going to take it gamma, so this also be gamma. And if I am going to this is theta 1, so this angle is also be theta 1. The same things goes with that. So always keep it in mind if we are going to discuss about the parallelogram law or the properties of the parallelogram. AB, magnitude of AB is equals to magnitude of DC, means the parallel sides magnitude should be same. So AD magnitude is equals to BC magnitude. Same thing goes with that. Opposite angles are same. Angle A is equals to angle C, angle B is equals to angle D. If this angle is gamma, so this angle is also gamma. If this angle is theta 1, this angle is also theta 1. If this angle is theta, so this angle is theta. If this angle is phi, so this angle is also phi. So if we have more than one force on any origin, two or more than two forces acting on an origin, so what we have to do, we have to apply parallelogram law method. So how can we apply? For example, if we have a question to find out, determine the magnitude and direction of the resultant force. Fr. For example, if we have a question like this, if we have two forces acting on an origin, if we have two forces acting in origin, and this one is F1 force and this one is F2 force, so what we have to do, we have to calculate, and the angle is given to you is 10 degree here, and there is another angle is given to you is what is 15 degree. So F1 is how much is given to you here. So if we are going to write the value of F1 here, so F1 value will be equals to 100 Newton. Here is given to you, and F2 is equals to 150 Newton is given to you. What we have to do here? This is the question, and now we have to solve it out. How can we solve it? We should have to draw the parallel line adjacent to the F2 force. So we will draw it like this, and just parallel line opposite to F1 and with the same magnitude. Is it done? Is it clear to all of you? So if this point is O, so we can say this one is the A, this one is B, and this one is C. It's up to you, whatever the point you want to take it. Okay, and we have to draw the diagonal between the parallelogram. So this will be our FR. We should have to find it out. Now how can we find out what we have to do for this? First of all, what we have to do, we have to say F1, this is the force, 100 Newton. So this will, according to the parallelogram method, parallel sides, the magnitude should be same. So F1 is equals to 100 Newton. And this is the parallel one, BC is parallel to OA. So F2 is equals to 150 Newton. Now, if I have to find out this angle, so how can I find it out, this angle? So this is the easiest way is that we know that this is the one quadrant is equals to 90 degree angle. So what we have to do, we have to subtract 9 from 90 degree what 15 degree plus 10 degree. So we should have 10 plus 15 degree. So it comes out to be 65 degree. If it is 65 degree, so this angle, if it is 65 degrees, so this angle should also be 65. And what will be this angle? How can we find it out? So always keep it in mind that all the angles should in parallelogram should be equals to 360 degree. All the sum of the angles in parallelogram is equals to 360 degree. So it will be 2 alpha plus 2 beta equals to 360 degree. So alpha plus beta equals to 180 degree. So what we have to do, we know that if one angle that is 65 degree. So we will put in place of alpha that is 65 degree and plus beta equals to 180 degree. So we will get the answer of beta is equals to 115 degree. We will subtract 180 degree from 65 degree from 180 degree. So we will get beta equals to 115 degree. So we can write 115 degree here and 115 degree here. Means angle A is equals to angle C. So we should take two triangles. One triangle is what? The first one triangle is OAB and the second one triangle is OCB. These are the two triangles. So we should name it. So triangle number 1 and triangle number 2. So I don't know about this angle, which is the angle between F1 and FR is equals to, for example, what should I have to take? I have already taken alpha and beta, so I should have to take as theta and this angle should be phi. Now I am going to take triangle number 2, separate out the triangle number 2 from the parallelogram. For example, I have this triangle. So this is origin O, C and B. This angle is 115 degree. I should have to find out FR. This one is the theta. This one is the phi. And this side is F1 equals to 100 Newton. And this is equals to F2 equals to 150 Newton. So this is triangle number . What we have to do by applying, as we have already discussed, theta and phi both are unknown, so we cannot use sine law. So by applying cosine law, so we will be able to find out FR. FR is equals to F1 square plus F2 square minus 2F1 F2 cos of angle 115 degree. So this is the square root. So we will put the values F100 square. This will be 150 square minus 200 into 150 cos of 115 degree. So FR comes out to be, how can we calculate it? We should have to 100 square plus 150 square minus, we'll take in the root 2 into 100. You can also use scientific calculators as well, it's up to you. So we will take under root of it and we will get the answer of FR, that is 212.55. It should be in Newton. The unit of force is Newton. Now what we have to do, we have to find out theta and phi. So how can we find out? By using or by applying sine law. So I will apply sine law over it. So we will get the value of the alpha and theta. So sine law. So what we have to do, FR upon sine 115 degree equals to, the opposite angle of FR is 115 degree. The opposite angle of F2 is theta. So we will take theta F2 upon sine theta. FR we know it, 212.55 sine 115 is equals to F2. F2 value is 150 upon sine theta. So how can I calculate it? 150 into sine 115 degree divided by 212.55, and then we will apply sine inverse on the answer and we will get theta equals to 39.76 degree. Now what we have to do, by using sine law, then we will get phi. By using sine law, FR upon sine 115 degree equals to F1 upon sine phi. So value of FR is equals to 212.55 sine 115 degree. F1 value is what? What is the value of F1 is 100 Newton and upon sine phi. So therefore value of phi will comes out to be 100 into sine 115 degree. We have to do cross multiplication. We have already discussed 212.55 and we will apply sine inverse on the answer is equals to 25.239 degree. Now what we have to do, we have find out sine theta and phi. So what is the value of theta? Can I put it here in this diagram, or I can make another diagram as well that will be more clear to all of you. For example, if I am going to draw this diagram again, so what I have to do, this is the force, this one is also the force, F2 equals to 150 Newton, F1 equals to 100 Newton, and this is 10 degree and this one is 15 degree. Okay, then we have to draw parallel lines opposite, and we have to mark FR as well. So we get the value of FR, and that is equals to, that comes out to be 212.55 Newton, and this one is 115 degree. This is triangle number 2. So the value of theta is here. We have already find out the value of theta. What we get it, theta is 39.76, 9.76. Okay, and the value of phi is 25.239. Value of phi is 25.239 degree. This is origin 0, 0, A, B and C, and triangle number 1, triangle number 2. So this one is 115 degree. So if it is 25.239 phi, so this will be also phi, and it is equals to 25.239. and if this one is theta 39.76, so theta is equals to 39.76 degree. So what we have to find out, we have to find out angle of FR with respect to this x-axis. So what we have to do, we have angle of FR that is theta r is equals to 10 degree plus 39.76 degree. So therefore theta r is equals to 49.76 degree. So final value will be, diagram will be what? I just have to draw the diagram of the resultant force, what we have done before as well. So the resultant force will be like this. Fr is equals to 212.55 Newton, and theta r with respect to x-axis is 49.76 degree. That will be the answer. Thank you all of you.